wanted me to wear my St. Patty's Day hat today so you guys could see what me and him wore yesterday. We got hats like this and we decked out yesterday pretty cool. And guys, I'm glad I'm back. I know there's people that's mixed feelings, and I have the same mixed feelings. And I will get into that more later. But since there's no one here, oh, there's someone just got here, but no one's chatting. I don't see anything in the chat. If they even chat comes on, they've changed some things since we were gone for a week, guys. So if you can't chat, I'm gonna have to check out. Oh, there you go. Who is it? Janet, good to see you. So okay, the chat is working. So I'm gonna go ahead and play say the pledge and then say the music. Play the music and then we'll get going. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, where the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today.
Hey, you've had
Cause there ain't no doubt as love this land. God bless the USA. God bless the From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee,
across the plains of Texas, oh, from sea to shining sea.
from Detroit down to Houston, New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say.
I said, I called him and said, when you guys are talking about running the sun of Africa, it's not a big deal. What, you guys have something like that?
And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me.
If you guys have been sitting here talking about just in case we
and defend her still
and
today. Cause there
you
ain't
go on
no
the higher
doubt
offensive coordinator with his special teams, is two trying to play that so get rid of the offense. But you guys want this league to sit there? And it's only that you get an offense to sit down, he was scared to keep Justin Fields with the flag. So they keep coming out this year and you start him instead of doing it. They need to go and throw for 3,500 to 4,000 because of the weapons he's got. And you can trade down, you can get rid of more. You can get the two left things and all right, a lot of chatter. Good to see Diane and Barbara Ann and everybody here, guys. It's been a while. You know, we sent I sent the messages out. Ron sent the messages out today that we sent all this stuff out with the hoping we could get some people here, and my goodness, we've got 118 people here already, so I guess you guys missed us. But anyway, I wore my hat. Ron wanted me to wear it. He didn't put his on, but otherwise I'd have showed you him. But it's been a long haul. We got suspended for a week. I never to this day have found out why. I don't care. It's over. I am looking into some things, and I might have had it completed today. But I forgot my tablet at home, and I was babysitting the monkey. I wasn't driving 20 miles to get it, but it's been an experience. It's been one of these things that we together as a family, we endured. We kept in communication. We did what we needed to do to get through this. As I said, I have no idea what happened. All I know is it happened. It had to happen for a reason, right? Well, I'm not going to him and haw. I want to talk to the kids. I want to get my talk with them out of the way, and I'm going to talk about some things. And there's a lot happening, guys. There's a lot happening. And if you're not excited now, maybe you need to go to the doctor. You need to get a rectum rocket or something shot, because if you can't be happy right now. And in my talk with God today, I said, wow, you know, here's Curly and Kat and, you know, what is it? Barban and Diane with two N's. You know, you guys have been posting such amazing things. And, you know, everything is positive. Oh, yes, we still have our few nervous Nellies and our people like that. And I'm not going to mention other people's names, but there's a girl out there that works very close with the beds. And she brought a video out the other day, and when I watched about 5 minutes of it, and I just couldn't take no more. So if she comes out with something really good, you guys want to share it, tell me where to go to look at it. I just can't. I'm moving forward. I'm moving vibrations up with not just me and Ron, but the whole group here. And I'm getting away from negative people. So if we do get hit tonight with trolls, which chances are we will. Oh, wow. 111 people on there, 111, and then 19 as thumbs up. But, you know, if we do get hit by them, if someone comes in, guys, with a name that we don't recognize, unless they say something really bad, don't take them out, please. Moderators, we've had this discussion, but we had it 2.5 weeks ago when we got kicked out and that. You know, don't take them out for just coming in. If they do something against rules and regulations, put them in timeout. But before you put them in timeout, say, okay, whoever it is, put in here and type it in here. Say it was Ron. Ron, we're putting you in timeout. We can't talk like that, so we got to put you in timeout for right now.
Put me in timeout. I don't care.
So there's what I want you to do. If they continue, then yeah, just as our old White Sox announcer used to say, they gone. So the kids, Jimmy, I haven't talked to you for a long time when I was doing these little 10-minute videos. And the reason, guys, when I was off, I was only doing 10-minute videos, was because I could get a 10-minute video to upload on the other station. I could get it to you guys. And I mean, I did a lot of work to get these videos, because I sent them out to a lot of places. I hope you guys enjoyed what I did, what Ron did, and that. But now let's see what happens. Jimmy, I'm getting nothing but great information. I'm getting nothing but unbelievable information about these bets. They're ready. You know, it's like they're already across the finish line. They're just waiting for someone to say, let's do this. Which I believe we're all that way, kids. And I know maybe the kids, you don't understand some of these things away, but, you know, Patriot 11, I thought a lot about you, because the other day I was in a gas station and this lady walks in. I go, wow, you didn't lose any of your looks. And she says, excuse me, do I know you? And I go, oh my goodness, no, you don't. She said, well, what did you say that for? I says, because you remind me of a girl I used to date. And I said, you're still as beautiful now as you was then. And the lady looked at me and says, you're talking about Mary, aren't you? And I said, yeah. She says, I've been told about 4 or 5 people. She said, she looks at me now. She looks at me, and says, hey, I've seen her. I know her. I know her husband. And I'm nowhere near as pretty as her. So she was very humble. But the reason I told you this story, Patriot 11, because Mary is a girl who is majorly into the horses, into the ranches. She got remarried again here a while. Well, it's been about 10 years now. And they built a new house. And they built exactly what I'm wanting to do. The new house, but with the ranch, the horses. And it's amazing. I've been by her house a few times. Patriot Karate Kid and Patriot Wyatt Earp. Boy, it seems like forever since I've talked to you guys, at least some of the other ones, grandmas or members of the family was staying in touch. But your mom, she went off social media and have heard nothing about you kids. I hope everything's going good. Hope everything is really good for you guys. Patriot Boog and Boogaloo and Boogaroo. Grandpa John sent me some pictures of you the other day, and he did say we need the beds. And see, that's the whole thing. Guys, when it comes to the beds, it's not just I want them for me because, if I was to go tomorrow, I live 70 years. But it's for the kids that need them, the kids that need to have a life. And it's amazing because I'm going to tell a story here about kids in a minute. This, the Boogaloo and Boogaroo, you just amazingly, you got that great grandpa there, Patriot Princess, our little queen, our ball player, Patriot Hunter, I still haven't got that stuff mailed out yet, but I promise you I'm going to get it mailed out this week. Tomorrow. I'll go to the store tomorrow, get an envelope, and I'll get that stuff mailed to Grandma. Jana, I hope everything's going great. Jana, you'd have been proud of me Saturday because, boy, I went to a drinking party and whoa. Let's put it this way. There's a lot blurry. And you kids, because I'm saying this, I'm saying it because I was wrong. You don't do what I did. But it was fun. Patriot Little Leona, I get pictures and I go back and look at pictures of you and you're growing into an amazing, amazing little girl. By the way, I hope you had a great birthday, March 1st. Never forget your birthday, kiddo. Trying to think if I forgot anybody. I don't think I have. We got our college kids who, they really, it really surprises me because the college kids that I got to know, really none of them really have any association. But, they're in college. This is supposed to be the funnest time of their life, they say. I don't know. I didn't go to college, but I know from 18 to 22, 23 was a lot of fun for me. And then I got Patriot Super Gymnast who, man, she went through a bad thing. She's selling stuff for her school, her class, her school and that. She had a lot of orders and she lost the order sheet. So I worked with her and we had figured a way how to do it, but then finally they lucked out. Mom was getting a little bit upset and I just had to step mom straight. We're not talking about a kid who gets in trouble a lot, who makes mistakes a lot here, Mom. We're talking about a kid who rarely ever gets in trouble and very rarely ever makes a mistake. So back off my granddaughter, you're going to deal with me. And then we got Patriot 7. I didn't get a chance to see him today. His dad got home and he went straight to the garage when he got out of school to do things with his dad. Patriot Small Hank, I was just picking on him down at the house before I come down to do the show. And Mike Davis, Ralph and Ron, we are not going anywhere for a long time. Yes, we have a lot of work to do, Mike, and we're going to discuss that tonight. I'm glad to see your spirit, though, But, we stayed strong, guys. We stayed really strong. Patriot Little Monkey, man, she took a tremendous nap today, and I got about a half an hour nap myself. And that being said, I woke up and I'm laying there watching her cartoons because I don't want to move and disturb her. So I'm just, there. And man, when she woke up, I never seen a kid in a better mood. The smile she give me, the hug she give me, man, it makes being her grandpa all the much even better. And there ain't much that little girl doesn't do that doesn't make me feel great. Patriot little Kira, she had a checkup today at Comer's up in Chicago, the hospital that she went to less than 12 hours after she was born 15 months ago. It's funny because 14 and a half months ago, all we wanted this little girl to do is come home just so we could hold her. And she is, and she's pretty much fully recovered. She got to go back in around Thanksgiving. But that's just the insurance company wanting to get a little bucks here and bucks there because she's good. And boy, is she turning into a daddy's girl. She plays with me a lot, but it's not all mom anymore. And mom is not handling it the greatest in the world. She's struggling a little bit, but that's okay. Because the minute they came in the house tonight, it was Dada, Dada. And they put her down and she practically ran to the kitchen to get to my son. Me and her have a game we play where we yell at each other. I'll come into the room and she'll go, ah! So I got to do the same thing to her. But, I just wanted to talk to the kids because, as funny as this sounds, I think I missed you guys most. But I just didn't have the time to talk about the kids. I didn't have time to play our music. I didn't have time because I only had 10 minutes. Because if I went over 10 minutes on a video, it was really hard to get it up going. I did a video yesterday, was 11 and a half minutes, and I tried 3 times to take care of it, get it sent out, and every time it got to a certain point and went off. So now what are we going to talk about? Well, we're going to talk about how great it is to be back, how great it is to look up here, and we got 241 people on here right now. And as if I know it, we haven't had anybody bad on yet, knock on wood, but guys, Ron looked at me tonight when I came home from babysitting the little monkey. He looked at me and he says, hey, you got to listen to Restored Republic. I said, well, I was going to read it. He says, no, you got to listen to it, even if you only listen to the first couple of minutes. I said, okay. And he told me what he heard, so I listened to it. And in the first minute and a half, it says, now listen here, guys. If you haven't listened to Restored Republic, it says the military is about ready to take over all mainstream media newscasts. They will be gone. They will be dealt with orderly. Any news things that come out have to come through our military.
Now all we need to do is get rid of Sleepy.
Now, as Ron says, we just need to get rid of Sleepy. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard anything, but what happened to the Brunsons? It was supposed to happen last Friday. I didn't hear anything. Then wasn't it today I seen, was it Texas Snake? He came out and he made the statement, within the next 24 hours, I'm expecting some unbelievable, some really amazing, great news, is what he said. Even to the fact that I seen yesterday that evidently Wolvie and Texas Snake ain't the greatest at getting along. I don't know. I don't want to get in their problems. If they have them, they have them. I don't have no problems with any of them. But Wolvie even come on and said, even though I said on this channel we couldn't do anything with the snake, I got to share this with you. So guys, does that give you an indication of how close we're getting when people who can't get along now all of a sudden are working together? Because it's about what we are as people who do shows. Someone said to me, well, I've heard a lot of people say this. They made the statement, if you're doing a show or you're a truther, you're liars. All you're in it for is the money. I don't take money. And yes, I do lie. But when I lie, it's because of the information I've been given. Okay? I lie because It's the information I've been given, the information that I share with you guys. There's no information on here. If Texas Snake says something, if Charlie Ward says something, if David Rodriguez says something, anybody who says something in this thing, I repeat it because I usually do and make sure someone else is repeating. Mark Z always is talking about he's got contacts that went in, and when they came out, they're under an NDA. And that's always confused me because if they come out and they're under an NDA, how do they talk to him? Are they allowed to at least tell him they're under? I don't know. I'll find out when we go. I'll find out what it means. Now, what was it I seen today? Oh, let me see if I can find this, because this is something I really want to read. And if I can find it, it was on our Telegram page. Just bear with me for a minute, okay? Hey, you've been without me for 2.5 weeks. You can bear with me for, where the heck is, oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. Oh, and it went right to where I wanted. Ah. Okay. Okay. This is from Texas Snake. And here's what he says. Why Tier 1 and Tier 2 banks have foreign currency exchange countries, while not every branch may process exchanges, in most of the larger branches provide this service. Anyone, whether a bank customer or not, can enter and exchange acceptable foreign currency that is traded on the Forex. The banker looks up on their screen what the bid and the ask prices for said currency, and if you are purchasing, you pay the bid, and if you are selling, you will receive the asked, the difference being the what is considered the commission. How the exchange center concept was created was after the additional cash associated with the exchanging currency, so we could participate in the Chinese elders' offers of a rate above the Forex published rate, in order for us to be a bridge to improving humanity for those less fortunate. We would also personally benefit by offering some of the cost associated in gifting to others outside in the immediate family established in the trust. Now, here's another part of what he said. You receive an email or phone call to contact by using an 800 number to discuss exchanging currency. You have purchased currency you have purchased. You will be asked to identify your hold and the city in which you would like to exchange in, as well as the Tier 1 bank you would like to conduct your business through. You must need to identify the particular currencies. Now, make note here. When I told Ron about this, Ron said no. I said, Ron, listen. And I took my sheet here and I said, we'll say we have Zim, Argo checks, Iraq dinar, Venezuelan bolivar, Yugoslavian currency, Vietnam dong, Turkish larisa, Bank of Uganda, SERKT US, Riba Rupia, DESART and whatever dinaro, Belarus Republic, and Philippine pesos. That's all we're going to tell them. We are not going to tell them the amount. Listen, guys, never tell anybody the amount. Okay. You just need to identify the particular currencies you hold, not the amount of each. Once you have provided this, you will be given a second number to contact a bank you wish to set up and use the city of your choice. The second number is who will establish your appointment to exchange with data and time, and will be given instructions of all you need to bring along for ID purposes. Here's a little more. One of the last things I would recommend is to open a trading account with a member firm of your choice of the NYSE, Merrill Lynch, Shearson, Lehman Brothers, A.G. Edwards, Edward Jones, etc., and look into no-load money market mutual funds through Colonial, Kemper, Zurich, and many more. The purpose of this is to have a number of no-load cash accounts, each insured up to $500,000. Okay, to move your funds out of your QFS account, you will have opened at your appointment and get your funds out of the banks of control and possession. Now, when they say we need to do that, what I'm sure is going to happen, everyone, is we're going to do that, but you're going to have help at that bank. Right now, Ron looked at me and he said something, and I said, I've done some research of banks closest to us. Now, we don't have any Chase or any of the one that Bruce is always promoting. Which one is that, Ronnie? Ronnie, which one is the bank Bruce promotes?
I don't know. I can't remember.
He can't remember. So if you guys remember Bruce's bank, But anyway, that being said, we don't have any of them around us. We have Chase. And one of the places we have a nice Chase.
Oh, his is Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo is Bruce's bank. I plan on trying to set my appointment up at Chase in a town that'll take me about 20 minutes to get to. So that being said, they're going to have specialists there. I think of a story, and I shared with you guys a story about going into the banks. There's a lot of stories out there now. People going in and they're talking to their bankers, and more bankers are opening up and opening up and opening up. Well, that being said, this guy, he said several years ago, he went into this bank of his. And I think he said it was Chase. I don't remember which one. But he went in there and he noticed this new kid working as a teller. And he went up and he introduced himself, and the kid took care of him. And the kid he would go in there just checking on the bank, just to see things. They was making improvements. He wanted to see what they was doing. And he just kept seeing this kid going and going and going. About 6 months later, this kid got a new job. He wasn't a teller. He was so important to the bank, he moved up. And when he did that, he did his job really well, and the guy kept watching him and watching him. Well, now all of a sudden, the guy started getting into foreign currency. And he started getting into foreign currency. And he went in to talk to the guy one day about the foreign currency. But he couldn't, because the kid who had moved up and now was in charge of 6 branches of the bank, 6 different banks. So he wasn't always available. The guy said, I decided to go back in one day to see about the revaluation, to see about getting money. He said, went in there, and they had another new teller. And he said, Lord and behold, it reminded me of the young kid. The young kid that was now in charge of 6 branches of the bank. The young kid who was a good guy and not what a bunch of banks was being used to. But on that particular day, that guy was in there. And when he seen this guy, he came over and started talking to him. And the guy looked at him and said, what can I do to turn in my foreign currency? And he told him some of what he had. He said, give us a couple of days, a little time. And then when it's time you come in here, I promise you, I will take really, really good care of you. So he went up to the new teller, more or less to introduce himself, just like he did to this young kid a few years ago, who is now in charge of the bank. And he went up, and this kid was yappity, yappity, yappity. He told him all about the currencies, what they were going to do, the new money and all of this. And it's like, yes, we're finally getting someplace. It says here the Oklahoma National Guard will have guardsmen present for the total solar eclipse on April 8th. 22 members of the elite chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear unit will be housed. Residents are being urged to stock up with 1 to 2 weeks of food in advance of the event. Communications facilities could become overloaded, possibility making cell phone calls difficult. There's a thing here. If you go to Patriots, Patriots 5 forever Telegram. Guys, and I'm urging each and every one of you is on this show tonight, join that. Not that I want numbers. I never have been one to care about numbers. I am liking seeing 224 people on here, being gone so long and coming back. I didn't know what to expect tonight. I really didn't. But it says here, there's an article that Linda Scullion sent. And if you don't know Linda, you need to get to know her. She's an amazing woman. And talk to her about her dog. Since she's become friends with me, we've renamed her dog. Her dog was named Buddy. Now the dog's named Buddy Holly. And I make sure Buddy Holly gets extra treats every day. But Linda posted an article, How to Cure Cancer. As cancer rate skyrockets following the VAS, the cures are being censored. Guys, it's out there. It's ready. It's there for us. Is this phony news? No, this is 100% true news. This is something I can speak of. You know, I get this one gentleman, and please forgive me for not remembering your name, because you know what? I got to go and study that name and find your emails again, because you haven't sent me one here lately. I need an email from you, buddy. But he sends me emails about the dog wormer. And he knows for a fact it works because it's worked on family members or friends of his. The doctors was astonished when one of them did what they did. They went on chemo, and very short time later they went in to get checked, and it was gone. And I get tears in my eyes when I read this. Tears of happiness, but tears of sadness, because I took the same thing to someone I love dearly, and she wouldn't allow her husband to use it. And we lost him. And there's too many people that we're losing. And if you watch and read a lot of articles out there now, guys, a lot of it is about we have this ability to save people. It's time people quit leaving us. It's time people stay with us. Well, Curly, that's good. See that, Linda? Curly's dog name is Buddy, too. So if you want to name him Buddy Holly, you got to name him Buddy Holly, too.
Why? There could be more than
Oh, Ron says never mind. Ron says never mind. Patriot6 is over there. There can be more than one Buddy Holly. And don't we know that? I'm just glad he wasn't named Michael, or they didn't. I had Linda naming him Michael Jackson. You know, there's a guy I never cared for. I liked him when he was with the Jackson 5.
Sleepy Joe.
But man, when he started to do some of the things, I just didn't understand him. But John Lennon was the same way. And I tell you, I go to YouTube. Even when I was suspended, I go to YouTube to watch the Beatles. Because John Lennon, you know, Paul McCartney gets a lot of the credit because he's still with us, that we all know.
Just like I watched the Temptations almost every
Yes,
day.
and Ron watches The Temptation. And guys, I don't know if you've seen it. I don't know if he still has it. I can maybe have it. But Ron sent a video out the other day on Messenger. The Temptations going against the Supremes. I'm going to tell you right now, if there's a better woman singer, a better voice on any woman in the world than Diana Ross, I haven't met her yet. I haven't heard her. These people, and you guys, you know my love for music and the things that I do with music. But let's see, I wanted to see if they're Whitney Houston, yeah. But you know, she's kind of with that one guy that who's the guy she got really close with, Ron? You guys remember who Whitney Houston? He played. He was her protector in a movie, and they got really close. I would like to see Paul McCartney live in a concert. You know, I was watching a Beatles concert the other day. It wasn't so much a concert, but it was one that they was on Ed Sullivan's show. And I know you guys.
I would love to see all the Beatles.
I know you guys,
together.
huh?
See all.
Yeah, think how it's going to be when we see all the Beatles back together and they get on the beds and we can shake it up, baby, and twist and shout. I twisted with Diane at my party, and then she left me for somebody else. Just left me right in the middle of the dance floor. Just walked away like I was just garbage in the wind. Yeah, she went and danced with my granddaughter, and she was wanting to get that little girl all night long, and she saw her opportunity. And I would have been disappointed if she wouldn't have. But Diane, with two N's, you're not the first woman that's ever left me on the dance floor. But, you know, the music, you know, when I watched the Beatles, and as a young kid, I was a Beach Boy fan. Even though he was gone, but not forgotten, I was a Buddy Holly fan. That's why I wear Buddy Holly. No. Okay, I got it back. All right. You know, when I said that about that singer that I was a fan of his, what actually happened, for some reason, the search thing just took me to his site. I got froze up on, guys. That's all it is. Was able to get back, so that's good. Boy, we lost a lot of people, but hopefully they'll come back. But no, you know, as I was telling you just before we froze up, and since we had a little trouble there, I'm going to make this short. Then I'm going to get into the reading of Judy and talk a little bit about Bruce and that. And yeah, we had a little difficulty, but we bounced back, and now we're up to almost 200. So thanks everybody for coming back. But you know, as I said, I wasn't a big Beatles fan, but boy, I tell you, about 10 years ago, I started really watching them. I did not realize how great a performers. To me, the weakest link in the thing was the drummer. But he was Ringo Starr. I mean, when you have the last name Starr, you got to be, you know, Ringo Starr. Man, you know, my brother Russ, he took this nickname, Brick Stone. I think if I'd want to take a nickname, I'd want to be called Ringo Starr. But, you know, it's just all in fun, guys. It's just all we're there. We're doing what we need to do. But let's see what Judy has to say. We'll talk a little bit there, and then I'll talk a little bit more. But I want to get as much information out as I can. You know what? The one thing I found is I watched a lot of people's shows when we were shut down. And you know the one thing I just laugh at? I just laugh at him when I see him, because everybody is always, well, if you want me to continue, it would be nice if you subscribe and hit the like button. If you would subscribe and hit the like button. I tell you this, if you just want to come on and watch the show, if you want to subscribe, that's nice. If you just want to come on and watch the show, that's even nicer. If you want to hit the like button, you hit it. And we were at 203 and we got 52 likes. I'm not one that's ever going to push the like button. But here, this is Judy Bidington, the 18th of March, 2024 at 12:01 Eastern Standard Time. It's time. The green light has been given by President the Hat. Got to be careful talking here tonight, guys, because on that other channel, I could say his name. Global military alliance in motion. Global alliance to take over fake news, mainstream media, make mass arrests. NP, the Democratic Party, the Clintons, Shifty, and others received millions of dollars in money that, kind of comes through the drugs store to keep the border open, according to convicted drug lord El Chapo's testimony at his U.S. sentencing hearing in 2019. Okay. There's some things in here. I got to go through it because I can't say it. It's only wise to have at least. Oh, okay. No, this, I don't know if you guys had heard about this. Most of Cuba yesterday were hit by major power outages. It's only wise to have at least 3 weeks food supply, water, cash, fuel, medicine, and essential items on hand for yourself and others in case of a disaster. A revolutionary is coming, a revolution which will be peaceful if we are wise enough, compassionate enough, if we care enough, successful, if we are fortunate enough, but a revolution which is coming, whether we will or will not, we can affect the character. We cannot alter its inevitability. It came from a guy who goes by the last Junior. Judy note, prepare for the global financial system to crash as the fiat US dollar plummets and banks close. The fake news will soon disappear as the global military alliance takes over the mainstream media on their new Starlink system. Through the documentaries, the alliance will be explaining activities of their Project ODS in the mass arrest of those named in 700,000 court indictments across the world. Global and political elites have been charged with that T word that ends in son and other heinous crimes, including many involved in international redacted, run out of the VAT that ends in can. Saturday, March, military in motion right now, SG Anon. Friday, 22 February, NP, the Dems Party, HC, House Intelligence Committee's chairman, Shifty Shift, and others have been receiving millions of drug money, according to, I've already told you who that's according to. J.P. Morgan funded the building of the Titanic. 3 of the richest people in the world at the time was on that and met their demise when it went down, only to give the bad people the right to run the world as far as finances go. During Project ODN, 8-hour documentaries will be broadcast 24/7 to inform the people on the CABAL lies and manipulation of information regarding the political and religious beliefs. Plus, technologies are not yet released to the public, including that of extraterrestrial beings and space travel. Sunday, March 17th, most of Cuba was hit by power outages. No other way than the military. March 16 March, no other way than the military. Okay. I think that might be, nope. Monday, April 1, final dance makes backups ready, 322 to 328. Mr. Poole on Telegram, March 2024. Judy note is Mr. Poole talking about EBS starting on Friday, 22nd March, and going to the end of the month, Monday, 1 April, is the new Julian calendar, New Year's Day, and perhaps release of the global currency reset and gold asset backed U.S. note to the general public. Saturday, 6 April, was the date some believe was Christ's actual birthday. Monday, 8 April, solar eclipse. Global currency reset. No news since last Friday, 15th of March. Friday, 15th March, HERNIAN, Robert HBRAVO, Ruben Boz says that the 12 platforms were scheduled to launch last night, Thursday, 14th March, on Reno, and the launch on 6 platforms today, Friday, 15th March, Zurich. You know, there's nothing really other than back news. There's really no sense to go into a lot of that. On Thursday, 22nd March, this is recent GCR history, the cabal capitulated, CAPILULATED, following the Hat's releasing of the final phase of the plan. The plan, which was mass arrests. Those arrests were hoped to be completed by Friday, 15th of March. Organizations announced that Iraq had completed requirements to be accepted as a member, including having a new Iraq dinar rate, which was on 28 February. The Central Bank of Iraq announced $3.47. Then the dinar went live on back screen of the Forex for $2.70 and began fluctuating. By Thursday, 29 February, around 7 p.m., Iraq PM Al Sudana formally announced that the dinar was asset-backed and Iraq had officially joined the BRICS. On Friday, 1 March, with various countries' new currency rates having been agreed upon, Iraq officially joined the BRICS nations for the global currency reset exactly 1 year, March 2023, after the new quantum financial system went live on the Starlink network. On Thursday, 7 March, the actor of Sleepy State of the Address, President the Hat, hit the green light that released the new global asset-backed U.S. Treasury note to the world. Wow. Restored Republic, Mel Gibson. How do we free ourselves from a government that no longer serves us, but instead has become the master controlling our every action down to the detail, where we may or may not put into our bodies and minds? Our two-party system created a voting process which is an illusion, and the government that fluctuates between two extremes, each extremes annulling any process made by the opposition in prior administrations. It was a government that had gone insane. While we carry the burden of this government, we are not free. Then it starts talking about Project Odin, which we've talked about. During the EBS, every major media channel on the planet will be taken over by the Alliance to broadcast documentaries for 10 days. In the documentaries, oh, and I lost it again. Yep, I don't know what happened this time. Oh, I just lost my thing. Guys, I lost Judy. I thought I had lost it here. I lost everything on the screen that I was reading, but I was almost done. I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed you chatting over here. It looks like we had a very good crew, and to my knowledge, we didn't really have any, people come in to cause trouble, but They put us down for a while, but we come back strong. Coming back the way we did tonight, all I can say is thank you. And I hope everybody had a great Pat's Day. I hope your day. I don't know if you believe in the corned beef, cabbage, and whatever. Me and Ron, I didn't get any cabbage, which Ron don't like anyway, but I did get corned beef, and I got the red potatoes, and I got green beans. Cooked them in a crock pot all day long, and it was like it melted in your mouth. It was unbelievably good, and got enough for supper tomorrow night. A little story, a couple little stories, because I read something, and it was on Facebook, and this small restaurant owner, and I'm pretty sure I know who it is because it was out of the town that I used to work in when I worked in the factory. And this is a classic restaurant there. And they came out and they said, 4 years ago, we could buy a gallon of milk for $1.79 for our milk that we serve to people or used for in food. Now it's $3.79 or more. It says a dozen eggs 4 years ago was anywhere from 89 cents to $1.09. Now they're $3.99. One of their main sandwiches is tenderloin. And they used to get a box of tenderloins, 50 in a box. And it would cost them about $75. Now they're $300. I'm sorry, $200. $200. French fries, a 10-pound bag of French fries. Buying in bulk. Used to cost them $3.59, $3.99, somewhere in there. Now they're like $8. Soda, which the syrup, because that's your only cost, used to be a certain price. Now it's tripled. Chocolate milk. This was the one that got me. Because whenever I go to a little restaurant, my little granddaughter, the little monkey, always wants chocolate milk. Chocolate milk used to be $1.99 to $2.29 a gallon. Now where they get it at $6. Now, yes, they could go into some stores and catch it on sale. They could do this and they, but you can't run a small business like that. So what the lady says, she says, when you go into a restaurant, if the prices have raised on your meal, if it's raised maybe $2 to $2.50, maybe $3 for what it was 4 years ago, don't think that they're trying to get rich on you. No, they're trying to stay there, keep their business open so they can serve you like they've done for the last 50 years. It's a sad state of mind. We need to get a man gone. We need to get him gone, and we need to bring another man in. So not only can he become the leader of the United States of America, but eventually the leader of the world, and get these wars over in these other countries, and we never have another war. So people, no matter what country you live in, no matter where you live, people can go and they can enjoy life the way a life is supposed to be enjoyed. If I missed any birthdays while I was gone and Ron was gone, we wish everybody a happy birthday. I know I tried to catch everyone, but if I missed you, happy birthday to you. Let me know in a message, and I promise you, I'll sing you happy birthday Wednesday night. I sang it for a girl yesterday. I think she thought I was crazy. But it's me. I can't sing worth a lick, but I keep trying. With that, let's say prayer. Still 200 people here. Thank you. And we'll see you Wednesday night if all goes well, either here or maybe, who knows. Now, the one thing I want to tell you before I go and say prayer, if I choose to go someplace else, we're still going to be able to come in here. You'll still see me here, just like I was here. The feed will come in here. I'm pretty sure you can still chat here. But if we do go someplace else, I hope everybody who's with us decides to go with us. We'll see what happens. I know I don't want to ever go through what we went through again. And the worst part of being down for almost 3 weeks, the worst part of it was never once did I get an answer. Never once. But when I finally, it took me 2 weeks to find a place to where I could actually get an email through to the people. It took them 2 days to get me back on. Thank you. I'm glad we're back. I love talking with you guys. I love being part of your lives. And let's say a prayer. Dear Lord, as we come to the end of the show tonight, we want to thank you for opening up to us and letting us come back as a family. You see the love here, Lord. You see the love that's here and how great these people are. We're anxiously awaiting, Lord, to help provide everything needed to make your world heaven on earth. But Lord, until then, please look after all the people, the children, the military, look after the older people, anybody who is in need of medical attention. Please, Lord, look after them. Look after even the healthy people and keep them healthy. And I know I'm giving you a big order, but you're the one that can do it. And we pray to you, Lord, as we do each and every day, each and every night when we do a show, through our Savior, your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen and amen. Good night, everyone.